Friends, if you have been following the Kickstart series, then you know that this month we are focusing on our Redefine Health campaign. And I couldn't let this series happen without having a video where we talk about having a healthy relationship with food, because that is in a lot of ways just as important as what food you choose to eat. So what is a healthy or unhealthy relationship with food? It's going to differ a little bit for everyone, just like our healthy relationships in life will differ. Let's touch on 3 bigger themes that I have personally experienced to contribute to an unhealthy relationship with food. There are many other points, so feel free to tactfully add your food for thought in the comments below. So first up is feeling anxious or guilty about eating or going out to eat. This is super common. Anyone who has ever been on a diet has probably felt this. If you've ever tracked your macros, you've probably felt this. Going out to eat can be stressful. We're trying to be good, and then we go out to eat and we either feel obligated to enjoy a salad that we don't want, or we feel like we can't enjoy the burger that we do want. Or we feel the pressure that others are going to judge us for our decisions or choices. Oh, she's eating something healthy today, or she's going to eat something terrible that's just so bad for you. Isn't that just the worst? Feeling like we have to defend ourselves and our choices. There's so much negativity and anxiety, and it's just easier to not go out to eat. And that is so unfortunate, because going out to eat is great. It can be fun and enjoyable and delicious, but it doesn't have to mean ordering the most healthy or the least healthy item on the menu every time. So just like any relationship, it's about compromise. Sometimes we can allow ourselves a little bit more if we want than others, and compromise is okay. So next up is thinking that there are good and bad foods. We're all on a journey, and at some point, most of us feel we've learned that these foods are good and these foods are bad. But this is a pretty destructive idea. Once I was able to accept that food is food, there are some foods that are better fuel for my body and some foods that aren't, without the stigma of them being good and bad, I was really able to let myself not feel that anxiety or guilt so much. It's more about acceptance and giving yourself permission to enjoy those foods that aren't fuel on occasion, but also recognizing that they aren't fuel and not being dishonest with yourself. And the third point is the feeling that food gives us control. So this is the root of so many eating disorders. Whether it's related to undereating or overeating, it is so easy to turn to food for control. The truth is, once we start trying to control our food too much, it can start to control us. So that's when we start to feel like we can't go out to eat, or we can't enjoy dessert ever, or unless we're counting our calories. Sometimes we let ourselves indulge, and then we feel like we lost control when that happened, and we try to make up for it by eating less, or maybe we give in to feeling awful about ourselves and then we eat more. This is dangerous territory, although not uncommon. Being aware of your diet and lifestyle and being concerned with the food you put in your body is one thing, but letting it control your life and lifestyle is another. And those are just some of the main themes that I came up with when I wrote out a list of things that I've struggled with when it comes to food. There are many other points we could go on about: emotional eating, comfort eating, dieting, overthinking food. It can go on, but those are just the 3 that I thought kind of umbrellaed over everything else. If you feel like you're struggling with any of these issues or others, you're not alone. I encourage you to share them with someone you trust. Find a community, whether it's here, a group of friends, family, where you can work through some of these things, because support will make all the difference. And at the same time, don't freak out if you watch this and thought, oh my God, that's me, what do I do now? Because the truth is, these are all parts of the journey. Coming from where a lot of us have come culturally, how we've eaten our whole lives, how we've been educated or not educated about food and nutrition, we really all have to learn on our own, and it's normal to go through some of these thoughts and stages. But if you feel like they're starting to consume your life, maybe it's time to take a step back and reevaluate. What can you do to start focusing on that healthy relationship with food and learn as much as you can about food and nutrition and what feels right with your body? For me personally, that meant stopping counting my macros, stopping counting calories. It was too consuming for me. It might not be the case for everyone, but once I stopped worrying about those numbers and started thinking about, the colors of my food and where the ingredients come from and what they were doing for my body. Once I started thinking I wanted to fuel my body and not just give it a number of calories, my mentality started to shift. And it's a process, and it's still happening. The journey doesn't end, but as you learn more and you get smarter, partner, you'll feel more confident in that relationship. If you feel like you've gone on a journey of finding that healthy relationship with food, please share some of the tips of what helped you along the way in the comments, because you could really help someone else who's going through it right now. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. If you did and you want more chats like this, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to tag me on social and tell me what being healthy means to you. Don't forget to use the tag Redefine Health. There is no wrong answer. And of course, remember, it's all a matter of mind over munch.